Back with another video, and today we're going against the Sacramento Kings. But yeah, man, we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We got 8 more games before we finish the season and move on from February to February. But yeah, man, I'm just going to keep doing practices at 8 a.m. to 10 a.m. So the more faster I do practice, the more games we can
It's
play.
the 2K Sports pregame show, sponsored by Kia.
Hello, basketball fans. Welcome to the NBA on 2K Sports, along with Kenny the Jet Smith and Shaquille O'Neal. Moments away, it'll be the Sacramento Kings going up against the Detroit Pistons. This Detroit group has been getting things done. They've been on a tremendous run, and we're deep enough into the season now to know that it's no mirage. These guys definitely for real. A chance to see one of the purest scorers in the league tonight. Rudy Gay's in action. He can make it look so easy at times.
Yeah, he makes it look easy. You know, the one thing about him, he mixes his game up pretty well. You know, he shoots his threes to keep the defenders honest, but he takes it to the rim just as much. But consistent scorer. I know Shaq loves him, you know, from the start of his career.
Yeah, he's always been a guy you can count on. He can pull up points. And what I really like about him is he can handle the pressure of being the main scoring option.
That about does it for now. Tip-off, fast approaching. We send it to Kevin Harlan.
Kings play before the hometown crowd, and we've got it for you live here from Sacramento, California. Hi, everyone. This is Kevin Harlan with Chris Webber and Greg Anthony, our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. The Detroit Pistons come into this one after the win against the Trailblazers in Portland.
And believe it or not, it wasn't the stars that led the charge for them in that win. It was about their role players. I mean, the guys who they don't usually count on for the lion's share of their points came through.
And the fact it happened on the road in front of a hostile group of fans, that's not easy when you're coming off the bench cold.
And before the game gets started here, let's go to David Aldridge, who spoke with Dave Yeager. Dave.
Well, guys, when I asked him what impressed him the most about today's opponent, he immediately referred to the explosiveness on their offense. He said they have so many different ways to hurt you that it's impossible to take away everything. It's just about damage control. He acknowledged they've got a big job to do defensively. Back to you, Kevin.
Thank you, David. And with the All-Star game coming up, Chris, the length of the break has grown considerably since you played.
Oh, I love it. You know, you need those extra days. You know, you want to make sure guys give their all at the All-Star game and engage with the fans, have fun. And so to make sure they do that, you got to give them just a little bit more time in that space. So I love that the NBA was considerate enough to the players, giving that little bit of extra rest to make that playoff push.
Excellent point. So Detroit will get the first possession. And a look at the starters for the Pistons. On the wings, Caldwell, Pope, and Harris. Andre Drummond is out there with John Lue. And it's Jackson in at the point guard position.
And how about that? Just an easy way to get on the board.
That's exactly how you want to start the game.
Cousins with a screen for Collison. Down low, the 9-foot shot. And good. Got the Ingles that time as it falls.
You love the confidence in Cousins. His ability to rise up and toss up a shot as soon as he gets the ball is tremendous.
Caldwell Pope kicks to Lue. Plenty of space. And it's Sacramento with the rebound. First chance of the season for them to go up against this Pistons team.
And this was as even a matchup as you'll find in the NBA. Split the season series down the middle, one apiece.
And of course, this is a new season. Both teams have added new wrinkles. We'll see which one has made more progress.
And so here's Sacramento after the basket by Detroit. Rudy Gay on the wing. Recovering. No good from the wing.
You almost have to assume he's going to knock those down when he is that open.
Harris outside. Pass to Drummond. And it goes out of bounds. That one off Harris.
That's just a clumsy turnover there. Just an errant pass that should have never been attempted.
First quarter, about a minute and a half in. Outside Collison. Kicks to Cousins. It's Drummond with the rebound.
Excellent D to force that miss there. That took real courage to risk being on a poster, being he's one of the best dunkers in the game.
Caldwell Pope kicks to Lure. And a big bounce off the rim, but it sinks right in. Lure's got his second bucket of the night.
And it's no secret that Stan Van Gundy knows how to coach defense. It's safe to call it his calling card at this point.
Now, here's Cousins. 20 points for him last game against Golden State.
And also, he competed on the backboards. That also had a lot to do with the game.
Clock at 4. Here's Collison. That one's good from the corner.
Oh, Kevin, it takes a lot of distraction on behalf of the D to knock Collison off his groove. His focus is razor sharp when it comes to the jump shot.
Follow against Caldwell Pope. Nice ball movement by Detroit. Here's Harris. No good on the shot. Some solid defense from Gay. The Kings have gone 2 for 4 from the field so far today. Outside Collison. And the pass to Cousins. Tries from 16. No good off the back of the rim.
That's the kind of shot you want him to take every time. He just happened to miss that time.
Harris dishes to Jackson. Basket is good. The assist from Harris. Jackson's got his second basket.
And Jackson is a genius at finishing on his drives. He just has so many tricks up his sleeve.
Stolen by Moore. Harris outside. Here's Drummond. It's good, and he drew contact on the shot, so he will go to the line. A three-point play chance here. Detroit shooting their first free throw of the game right now.
And the season numbers for them at the line thus far are really poor. Something I'm sure they are making a point of emphasis.
Catching up on the changes for Sacramento. Kufis checked in for Cousins. Caspi comes in for Anthony Towler. Barnes, who's checked in for Rudy Gay. And Garrett Temple subbed in for Aaron Aflalo. Free throw, no good for Drummond. A lot of franchises have something that they are known for or place a lot of pride in, Chris. And for the Pistons, that is easy to decipher. This team, this city, loves defense.
Most teams adapt the heart and the identity of their city. And there is a very blue-collar attitude with the great teams of the Pistons. And the city of Detroit loves to rally around teams like that. This city has a no-nonsense approach, and that pervades into their sports team.
Now, here is Morris. After Darren Collison's miss, Harris kicks to Young. Pocket 6. Passes to Drummond. Stolen by Collison. And here we go with Collison running it up the court.
And the 6'1", Collison is a vital part of this team. A speedy point guard who can get hot in a hurry.
Now,
what you have to like about Derek Collison is the fact that he gives you a little bit of everything from the point guard position. He can shoot it from deep. He can attack the basket depending on what the defender gives him. He acts as a true facilitator for the rest of the team when he's manning the point guard.
The first free throw is good. Marjanovic checked in for Drummond. And he makes both free throws.
And what an advantage. You really feel like you can always trust him when he's at the line.
Harris outside. Johnson outside. Here's Marjanovic. And a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot 2 right here. And Chris, with Collison, as you said, he is a jack of all trades as a floor general.
So a lot of it is that Collison knows what he can and can't do and plays within himself. Always plays to the tempo of the game.
The Pistons shooting their second and third shots at the line right here. Free throw drops for Marjanovic.
I think it's a Tuesday. That's Tuesday.
And so he makes both from the line. 30 seconds left here in the opening quarter. Collison, the pass to Temple. Back to Collison. Takes the assist and lays it in. Pick out the pass nicely. Collison's got 6 points.
And the skill Collison has inside, so great at catching the D off guard when he's down at the post.
Johnson dishes to Harris. Back to Johnson. Launches it. And Harris gets it to go on the assist by Morris. Harris has got himself going there. His first points of the game on the deep ball. The shot will not fall. And that does it for the first quarter. The Pistons on top, leading by 7. Let's take a quick break now, and then it's on to the second quarter after this. The first quarter is in the books. Second about ready to get underway. And guys, what's your take on the Pistons so far?
And we've really seen them get out and establish a real nice rhythm offensively in this game.
Yeah, entering the game with a terrific strategy. The guys are working together, feeding off of one another. That's being reflected in the stat sheet and in the score.
The NBA game, we know a physical test. The best athletes in the world. Chris, a long 82-game season. It takes a lot of toughness. Who are some of the guys you think are some of the toughest in the game?
I mean, come on, look at Tony Allen. You know, he definitely gets physical. He likes to bang down low. Tristan Thompson, DeAndre Jordan, guys that kind of the offensive linemen of the team, doing a lot of the dirty work, getting no credit.
Great analogy. And a moment now to reset the lineups, courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up for the second quarter of basketball. And Detroit, looking at who they've got. At small forward and power forward, it's Harris and Morris. Young is out there with Harris, and it's Marjanovic in at the 5, roaming the paint. And Caspi kicks to Collison. Pulls up, high post. It's good, and the Pistons lead is cut to just 5 on the basket from Caspi.
And Caspi is just a nuisance to guard for many reasons, including his ability to get big, down low, and come away with the easy bucket.
And there's the call on Garrett Temple. That's his first foul.
Yeah, that's a tough call right there, and really a tough break for the D.
The Kings making a switch here. Cousins is checked in, and Detroit with a change here too. Lewis checked in. Harris outside. 6 on the shot clock. Pass to Marjanovic. There's the 3. That one, no good. And Sacramento will go the other way with it. Moving on after the tough loss they took at the hands of the Warriors.
They played well enough to win that game. It really could have gone either way.
Yeah, though it could be a learning opportunity for them. Failed to execute on just a few key plays. It could have been the difference to put them over the top.
Yeah, they've raised their shooting percentage in this quarter, and they're starting to get on track.
Some changes for Sacramento. Anthony Tolliver. He's checked in for Kupis. Gay comes in for Caspi. And it's a Flalo in for Darren Collison. And then for Detroit, Andre Drummond's checked in for Marjanovic. Caldwell Pope comes in for Young. And it's Ish Smith in for Harris. Now here's Caldwell Pope. Quiet so far offensively, searching for his first points of the game. And it's Drummond missing. The Kings have gone 2 of 3 from the field here to open the second quarter. And Chris, the one thing with Cousins is that he is a very strong free throw shooter.
For his career, Cousins shoots over 70%, which is a big plus for himself. He has increased how frequently he gets to the line, so he's seeing more and more free throws as well. Many defenders don't even have an answer for him, other than just a foul. Not really nice there. Poor technique on the screen, but savvy scoring move to save that trip down the floor.
Here's against Gay. Here's Smith. Good for the basket. Starting off 1 for 1 with that shot.
Really aggressive play there, taking it to the rack against the big fella.
Awesome attack toward the basket right there. This young man stays on his grind, showing his true grit and finding a way to get that one to go.
Here is Tolliver. His last outing, he had 8 points. Temple gets the bucket.
Man, that's just tremendous court vision and timing. That assist was right on the mark.
Smith gets to Caldwell Pope. They set the screen. The feed to Drummond. Shoots from 12. Drummond with another miss. For Sacramento, they've gotten 4 of the first 5 shots to fall in the second quarter. Outstanding shooting. And on our sideline, our reporter, David Aldridge.
Well, the league and NBA teams have become much more aware of protecting players' health, and they're finding out that rest and sleep are a huge part of that. Warriors head coach Steve Kerr said medicine and science have improved, and thought processes do as well. He said in the old days, guys played 48 minutes. Well, we've made advances. We don't go backwards with this stuff. We go forwards. Guys, that's why they want their players off their feet as much as possible.
Good report, T.A. Thank you. And there's the call on Garrett Temple. That's foul number 2 for him.
Yeah, really good defensive play to cut him off there and square up.
Barnes, who's checked in for Anthony Tolliver. Detroit also making some changes. Marcus Morris is checked in for Lure. Johnson comes in for Harris. And Reggie Jackson subbed in for Caldwell Pope. Over to the left wing. Smith kicks to Drummond. And count it. 2 points with a chance for one more in the free throw line.
You have to do better than that if you want to keep Drummond from getting to the bucket. He is just relentless. Whenever he gets the ball in the favorable spot.
The Pistons shooting their 4th shot at the foul line here. The Pistons making a change here. Levens is checked in.
Mind the lanes. Mind the lanes. One shot.
Free throw, good. Drummond.
You love the heart that Drummond plays with. He's just a physical beast who's using his gigantic size incredibly well.
And watching the Kings, Chris, you can't help but think back to their glory years back in the early 2000s when you played for them.
Well, I'm happy to be a part of that 2002 team. We set the franchise best for the team with 61 wins that year. You love the way that team played just because of how they played. Beautiful ball movement.
And the basket by Jackson.
And they're forcing the ball inside, and it's working like a charm.
Temple, the pass to Cousins. They set the pick. Gabe kicks to Temple. Releases. That one a little long.
It's not winning basketball when you're attempting shots like that.
Oh, no, you're right. It's selfish on his part to attempt that. Should have passed it back out and tried to get a better look.
That's the kind of D that you're not going to find success with, guys. They've got to get a hand in the face.
Now 8 seconds separating the 2 clocks. Gay against Johnson. Gay kicks to Cousins. And stolen by Drummond. And now here's Johnson, a fast break chance. Off target there. That would have pushed the lead to double digits. Here's Temple. Sacramento again missing.
No one was even close to him. Now, he should have taken more time to get his legs under him before attempting that look.
And so we conclude the first half. Pistons lead by 8. And a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge, standing by courtside. David.
Thank you, Kevin. Here with Coach Dave Yeager. Coach, what is going to be the focus offensively going into the second half?
Well, we try to go inside. That's our strength anyways. For us, our bread is buttered inside, so we try to play high-low. But then if the threes come out of that, great, but we want to try to get everything to the rim.
Coach, it all starts with that entry pass to the big, and then everybody plays off of him. Thanks. Back to you, Kevin.
Thank you, David, for that interview, and we'll see you back here after the break for third quarter basketball.
All right, gentlemen, hustle up. That was a great first half. I love the energy, fellas. I really do. But now we got to keep it up and stay focused. Do not let up, gentlemen. Play with the same enthusiasm. Let's get this W.
A lot of action around, as always, the Capitol building tonight. We are in Sacramento, and we continue here on 2K Sports. All right, the second half beginning in just a moment. You have to like what we're seeing from Darren Collison.
And the thing I noticed most in that first half was his offense. He was not wasteful with his opportunities and also did a great job of converting with the chances he had.
Yes, sound fundamentals, lots of patience that led to that efficient scoring effort.
Collison is out there with the front. Then there's DeMarcus Cousins. Then there's Rudy Gay. And it's Tolliver in at the 4 spot. That's the 5 to begin the second half for Dave Yeager. Chris, you had a lengthy career that spanned a decade and a half. In all your years as a player, who was the biggest trash talker that you either played with or against?
Well, I'll tell you what, Larry Bird was a big trash talker. I got a chance to play with him in the Dream Team and other basketball-type settings. He was one of them. We also got to go with my man GP, Gary Payton. He was a big trash talker, and I probably have to go with my man Larry Bird or GP, Gary Payton, 6'4" GP. I was on a plane with him one time, and he was talking trash in his sleep. So, Gary's somewhere talking right now, playing the game. So, yeah, that's Gary's style. He's the biggest trash talker I've ever met.
Well, Chris, you've had a surgery that has affected many in the league in the last few decades and still currently in today's NBA. What is it like going through a microfracture procedure? How did it change your game?
Well, I'm not the only one. This did end a lot of guys' career. When I think about Jamal Mashburn, Jason Kidd, even though he's a guard and much lighter, Tracy McGrady, the same thing. He doesn't weigh as much as a guy like myself or Zebo, but it's difficult coming back. Just because the post-care process doesn't allow you to put any weight on your leg or allows you to use your leg. So really you have the muscle that atrophies. You have to relearn to walk again, to jump again. And so I had to learn from going to be a player that played above the rim to now being able to play below the rim and find out ways to score like that. And so it's tough. The rehab is long, tedious, it's boring, it's monotonous, but it's something that you have to get through, and basically it's your love of the game because
Way to work, gentlemen. Let's go now. Hustle up. I like what I see out there, fellas. We're playing like we wanted more than them. Just keep squeezing that orange juice, gentlemen.
The Pistons do a great job of limiting offensive boards while on defense. Every game they are getting a handful of extra chances because of their approach. The leader is Drummond, but there are a lot of other active bigs to fill out the roster.
And they've gotten good looks, so that's one reason they're frustrated. Maybe they can come up with something to give them an easy one, maybe get to the line.
Well, I just think they're pressing too much, not really in a rhythm. Have to let the game come to you.
Marjanovic checked in for Detroit. And if you're wondering where the points are coming from here tonight, here's a breakdown in the scoring between the front court and back court tonight for the Kings.
And their guards really have done what they could to keep it close. What little offense they've been able to generate has come from the backcourt. They just need a little more balance.
Here's Collison. Hits from the high post. Collison's got 11 points.
I love his effort so far. It's scoring at a consistent clip. Unfortunately, though, his team remains well behind.
Harris dishes to Young. Back to Harris. He feeds it to Harris. That one goes. Count it.
They are just killing him on the interior.
And we're just about 2 minutes into the second half now.
Now, one thing you know you're going to get from Tobias Harris every night is activity. He's always moving at a high speed, whether they're open floor or in a half-court set. He opens up space and gets a lot of easy looks because of how he moves around the floor.
Yeah, the offense scuffling a bit to start this second half. Only one for the first 5.
The Pistons working the ball.
That's what I'm talking about right there. Right there. And nobody, guys, among the defenders stepping up to challenge him on that drive to the 10.
And Greg, he says, thank you very much, and sails in for the flush.
But it's surprising, Kev, to see so little urgency on the defensive side, especially with them losing this game right now.
And that last replay courtesy of Kia.
The ball movement on this run has been fantastic and is a big part of why they've been able to get these good looks.
Now the dish to Tolliver. He kicks it to Casper. Feeds it to Collison. Off the screen. That's in for his 5th make of the night. Now shooting at a 50% clip. 5 for 10.
Kevin, watch out when Collison gets in the zone. He's dangerous. He just has the ability to get any shots he wants. He's on his A game.
Harris outside. Here's Marjanovic. Lure the pass to Harris. Shot clock at 6. Young for 3. And it's Sacramento with the rebound. Outside Collison. He dishes it to Casper. Out of bounds. Detroit takes possession. While we have a break in the action, now let's check out the league's best shooting teams. The Pistons, number 1.
Just tremendously disciplined offensively, always looking for the best possible shot. That's how they've gotten that field goal percentage.
Hey, way to put the squeeze on them, guys. Bring it in. Let's talk. Listen up. We have these guys back on their heels, and now they're playing like they're desperate. Remember, you're my Pippen, and you're my Jordan. Finish this game like they were.
Who's checked in for the Kings. Temple comes in for Aaron Aflalo. Detroit also making some changes. Andre Drummond's checked in for Marjanovic. Johnson comes in for John Boer. And it's Ish Smith in for Tobias Harris. Now here is Harris. Screen by Smith. Harris kicks to Drummond. Ish with the block. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Pistons will retain possession. .110 left in the third quarter. Harris inside. Kufis rounds the miss.
The defense wasn't giving up any room, and he tried to beat them with better offense. Didn't work out there.
Collison against Smith. That doesn't go either for Collison.
No doubt he's struggling right now from the field. Let's see if he can get it going this quarter.
Offensive rebound. Drummond. He can't get that one to fall. The Kings trail by 15. Here's Temple. Taking a look at his numbers, he averages about 7 points a game. Pocket 6. In the corner, Collison with it. That doesn't go either for Collison.
Well, he had one three-pointer in the first half, but so far in the second, he's come up with goose eggs.
Harris dishes to Johnson. Here's Young. Off target with that shot. And as we end the third quarter, a double-digit deficit will make it tough to come back. It's Detroit up by 15. Live from Golden One Center. You're watching 2K Sports. And now let's hear what head coach Dave Yeager was reviewing with his team.
You got to help the man guarding the basketball, whether he needs help or not. Be ready.
There's Dave Yeager emphasizing team defense, wanting everyone on full alert.
Yeah, I mean, you need the threat of someone rotating over at the very least. Otherwise, the offense can just cherry pick their matchups.
Welcome back. Fourth quarter action starting up in what has been a one-sided show. And on the floor for Detroit here in the fourth. Jackson and KCP are in the backcourt together. Johnson is out there with Harris. And it's Drummond in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. Outside for Caldwell Pope. There's a screen. From the wing. The shot, no good. Nice steal from Cousins. The Kings trail by 15. Gabe passes to Cousins. Dishes it to Kufis. And there's the whistle. Fouled hard on the shot. He'll go to the line. That one on Harris. And Coach Kufis is such a valuable player to have off the bench for a team, Chris. Gives you spacing and size and knows how to play within himself.
Okay, Kufis is usually productive in whatever role he's playing for a team. His versatility to start or to be the first big off the bench is really what makes him valuable.
And he makes the first. Aaron Aflalo, who's checked in for the Kings. And a switcher also for Detroit. Lure is checked in for Johnson. And Kufis drops them both. Something that can bite this Kings roster at times, Chris, is their carelessness with the ball.
The turnovers are a big problem for a lot of teams that have the youth that the Kings have. It's something that they should decrease the more this roster gets used to playing with each other. At least their turnovers come from players trying to do too much and share the ball instead of just not having their heads in the game.
Just over a minute played here in the fourth. Here's Cousins on target from 13 feet.
And when it comes to shooting, Cousins continues to stretch his range. That mid-range jump shot of his is pretty much automatic when the D plays off of it.
Now here's Caldwell Pope. And Lure kicks to Harris. And stolen by Cousins. Aflalo with it. Now guarded by Caldwell Pope. Cousins, no good.
And not a night he's going to want to remember, just not really able to score the basketball.
And Andre Drummond, the bucket on the assist from Jackson. Jackson's got 3 assists now in this one. Collison kicks to Kufis. Inside, Gay. Soft touch off the glass.
And Gay is surprisingly finessing the paint, a real offensive juggernaut.
Jackson dishes to Caldwell Pope. Pass to Luke. Nice ball movement by Detroit. Jackson in the corner. On the 3 off target. The Kings trail by 13. From deep, Aflalo sinks the three-pointer.
He's not the most consistent threat from long range, Kevin, but the defense still needs to play him honest, rotate over and contest.
Caldwell Pope kicks to Drummond. Down goes basket number 6 for him this game. He's taken 12 shots and made half of them.
Yeah, that's the third bucket in a row from the paint. This defense needs to clog those lanes in the middle.
Kicks to Cousins. The turnaround Jay. That's short off the rim.
He couldn't have asked for a better look there. He just didn't get it to go.
The pass to Luke. To the middle. Here's Harris. An amazing finish with a hand right in his face.
Well, throughout Harris's career, he's worked on building up his body, putting that added strength to good use on these tough finishes.
Fires from the wing. That one's good, and the Piston lead is cut down now to just 12 points with the basket from Cousins. For Detroit, they've gotten 4 of their 6 shots to fall so far here in the fourth. A pretty nice efficiency there. Now, here's Lure, defended by Kufis, and so he draws the foul on the shot, a trip to the line to shoot 2.
Sacramento playing in their new arena here, the Golden Once. Fans are pleased with the opening of a stadium. Many of them have fought for over the last decade. This main video board is huge, practically the entire size of the court.
No good on the free throw. And it's great to see the Kings with a new home and being firmly planted here in Northern California in Sacramento.
You'll have to miss the old stomping ground for the Kings. It was one of the loudest places to play in the NBA for a long time. I still have beautiful dreams with 20,000 people shaking cowbells. What a beautiful sound. But just look, now with Cousins, we see him becoming that player everyone hoped he would become when he entered the league. It's strange to think he was taken 5th overall in his draft, given his skill set. You would think a lot of GMs would want that do-over.
Now Harris, following Rudy Gay's three-point attempt. Left side Harris uses the glass to finish the layup. And the Pistons lead by 14.
You see just no let-up, guys. They just keep coming at you.
I mean, well, they're going straight for the kill. That's what you're supposed to do. You're supposed to have that mentality. They want to leave no doubt in anyone's mind as to who the better team is tonight.
Now here's Gay. Knocked loose, and it goes out of bounds. That one off Harris. And for Cousins, certainly he will end up being one of the best players in the league out of that 2010 draft.
He's one of the best big men in the game, and his skills on the court have never been questioned, but his antics on the court have been. And that's what dropped his draft position. He can butt heads with his coach at times and doesn't hide any contention. This happened often enough in his career that he has to accept part of the blame for it.
Out of bounds, Detroit takes possession. And the Kings will go for a different look here. Caspi, he's checked in for Cousins. Barnes comes in for Rudy Gay. Garrett Temple has checked in for Aaron Aflalo. And McLemore subbed in for Darren Collison. Then for the Pistons, Marjanovic checked in for Andre Drummond. Marcus Morris comes in for Lure. And it's Stanley Johnson in for Harris. Now, here is Young. Harris kicks to Morris. Basket is good. The assist from Harris.
Just look at how quickly the lead has grown here over the last few possessions.
When one guy gets hot sometimes, it's infectious, and the team does too. That's what seemed to happen for them on that play.
McLemore with the ball, guarded by Harris. Here's Temple. The kick out to Barnes. Passes it to McLemore. Back to Barnes. And so it's the Pistons taking care of business here. A resounding victory for them. And Greg in enemy territory, no less.
And that's exactly right. But with the way they controlled the game and just completely took the crowd out of it, that's how to get it done on the road.
And that'll wrap it up, folks. For Chris Webber, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. So long and good night, everyone.
You can get another chance tomorrow. I don't hustle like that. I hustle like this. There's not a second left. You know that tomorrow I'm hustling like there's only one more second left. Just hustle.
Don't bother me, I'm working.
There was my growl again.
Don't bother me.
There was my growl.
Hey, yo! All right, guys, we're going up against the not Washington. We're going up against the Golden State Warriors. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We got 7 more games. But yeah, man, I'll be on the next episode. We've been doing really good. You know, I finally made some shots, but I could probably make 1 out of 0. But yeah, man, I'm trying my best to score as many points as I can. There's a certain way you gotta use the analog stick and the shoot button. But yeah, man, we're going up against the Golden State Warriors. Hopefully, y'all stay tuned for that. And yeah, man, this is episode 45. This will be episode 45 once we go against the Golden State Warriors. Hopefully, y'all having a good day so far. Hopefully, I'm not making y'all mad or disappointed. I'm just being myself. But any questions y'all have, let's leave it down in the description down below. But yeah, man, we're doing really good. I appreciate y'all love and support. Y'all don't know how much it means to me about saying that. But yeah, man, hopefully y'all enjoyed the video. Don't forget to leave a like, comment, subscribe.